All right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the organization meeting, the board organization meeting for the Upper Dublin School District. I would like to ask everyone to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll lead that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so the first item of business on the agenda is to hold nominations for the office of temporary president. So only holdover board members are eligible to make nominations and vote for the office of temporary president. So I will start with, are there nominations
Excuse
for...
me, Mr. Larkin, do we need a roll call first? See that on the agenda.
Do we need a roll call?
Note the attendance of all board members, all holdover board members.
Okay, so are there nominations for the office of temporary president?
I'd like to nominate Titia Sherpier.
Are there any other nominations for the office of temporary president? We don't need a second for nominations. All right. So if there's no other nominations, I will ask for a motion to close nominations.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right. Nominations are closed. So at this point,
Maybe all in favor, aye.
all in favor to close nominations, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Thank you. All right, with nominations closed, then we'll move forward with the vote for temporary president. So since there's only one, I'll just ask for a voice vote. All in favor of Ms. Sherpier for temporary president, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Thank you. Okay, the next item that I'll cover will be to...
She's in charge now.
That's not what the-
Oh, yes, that's
Not on the script. Okay.
Next is the acceptance of the certificates of election into the minutes of this meeting. The oath of office will be administered to the recently elected board members. By our judge, Gadi Safrani?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are
And
you all ready? All right.
I can just repeat it, and then someone who wants to hold on for all of that. It's up to you. How you want to do it. All right, lots of it. Okay, so I'm not going to go like that. So you get to do that if you want. I don't know which. Hi, would you all like to come up, please? Wait, I'm on the trip. Okay, you're not. Look so that they're all looking at you.
There you go.
There we go. That's what we're trying to do. You can hold that up there in front of all of them, and if you can all reach it, please feel free. Okay, and repeat after me. I, please state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. Congratulations. I'm going to invite the newly sworn in members to take a seat on this side of the table. I'd like to thank Judge Safarano and welcome our new board members and look forward to a productive year of service. The next item on the agenda is to see if there's any public participation as to the election of the officers. So, any public comment?
University of Fort Washington. Is there another public comment? Are you going to elect president?
This
Vice
is public
President?
comment.
Yeah.
This is the public comment for election of officers.
Oh, we have to do it before you choose the person. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. That's when you do the public comment and then you.
And there's not a second public comment.
Typically not.
By the way, our agenda is a little off here. I don't know. I mean, there was no swearing in on the agenda. Obviously, that belonged before community input. All right, so can you just clarify about public comment? Is it one time and that's it? And in other words, if they
Correct.
choose somebody who's never attended a board meeting for president, which I know isn't going to happen, we don't get to comment at the end of this meeting?
No, you comment now. This is a reorganization meeting.
I don't know who they're going to pick for president, vice president, all that stuff. Is that not going to happen tonight?
If you have an opinion on who they should or shouldn't pick, now's the time to say it.
Okay.
After, you can comment next meeting all you
All
want.
right, thanks, Ken. I've been to a lot of these. I know you have been too. This is still confusing to me. Sorry.
No, that's
But I've
okay.
been to like 20 years of these, and this is confusing. I thought
It's organization meetings or they're special.
So
different
president,
meetings.
vice president, et cetera, will be picked tonight, board secretary, all
Correct.
that, but we don't get to comment until after the fact of the next meeting.
No, you can comment now before they vote on who you, on the election. That's when you get to comment, before official action is taken.
Even if you don't know what the action is.
It's going to be the election of officers.
Thanks, Ken. Good idea. I'll sit back.
If there's no further public comment, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is the election of board president. Nominations are now in order for the office of board president.
I'd like to nominate Amy Francic as president.
Thank you, Dr. Lovenius. Are there any other nominations? If not, is there a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of closing nominations signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All in favor of Amy Francic for president signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Then Amy Francic will be our next board president. Congratulations, Amy.
Thank you, fellow board members and community members, for coming out tonight and supporting us as we reorganize. As you can tell, this is a complex little procedure that we're involved in tonight. So I thank you for your patience, especially as I learn my new role. I have very big shoes to fill, assuming the position from Dr. Levinowitz, and I'm very, very grateful that he's here with us to continue teaching me and supporting me. I'm very appreciative to Dr. Yanni and Mr. Roos for helping to prepare for this evening. And now I'd like to continue because we have some more items on the agenda. So now we are up to the nomination for the election of vice president. Nominations are now in order for the office of vice president. Are there any nominations?
I would like to nominate Dr. Darlene Davis.
Are there any other nominations? If not, is there a motion to close nominations?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. All in favor of closing nominations signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All in favor of Dr. Darlene Davis for Vice President signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Excellent. Congratulations, Dr. Davis. Welcome to the board and the new role. Next on the agenda is the election of the Assistant Secretary. Nominations are now in order for the office of the Assistant Secretary. Are there nominations? Mark?
I'd like to nominate Brooke Evans.
Thank you. Are there other nominations? If not, is there a motion to close nominations?
So moved. Second.
All in favor of closing nominations signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All in favor of Ms. Brooke Evans for Assistant Secretary signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Ms. Evans, for continuing your service in the role of Board Secretary. We could not survive without you. And that brings us to the most important part. It's picture time. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Second distributor? Thank you. The meeting of reorganization of the school board is adjourned.